From Ali McBeal to Arrested Development, Portia de Rossi was once a familiar face on our TV screens. However, in recent years she has largely retreated from the spotlight. Here's a closer look at why we rarely see Portia these days. Portia's journey to full self-acceptance began with the empowering act of reinventing herself, starting with a new name. Born Amanda Rogers in Australia, her birth name wasn't necessarily at odds with fame, but the rebranding went much deeper than career ambitions. Portia has explained that changing her name at the age of 15 was rooted in her struggle to reconcile her sexuality with a world that wasn't always accepting. As she told The Advocate, in retrospect, I think it was largely due to my struggle about being gay. Everything just didn't fit, and I was trying to find things I could identify myself with, and it started with my name. She chose Portia from Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice and added de Rossi because it sounded sophisticated and exotic to her. Portia's career began in commercials before she moved on to small film roles while studying law at the University of Melbourne. Her first major film credit came in 1994 with the low-budget Australian comedy Sirens, which, while not a lead role, gained attention as one of 3 films that helped raise Hugh Grant's profile in the US. In 1998, Portia landed the role of Nell Porter on Ally McBeal, a role that brought her widespread recognition as the quirky, neurotic lawyer. The character's humor and complexity allowed Portia to showcase her talent for blending comedy with difficult personalities. At this point, Portia's identity as an actress in Hollywood was solidifying, but it came with personal and professional challenges. A pivotal moment in Portia's life came in 1996 with her marriage to filmmaker Mel Metcalfe. By then, she was rising through the ranks in Hollywood, and her marriage served 2 purposes: securing a green card and protecting her personal life from scrutiny, particularly her struggles with her sexuality. Portia has admitted that she ultimately couldn't follow through with the green card arrangement, but the fact that she even considered it highlights the level of commitment she had to her career. During this time, she also worked to lose her Australian accent, a transformative measure to help her fit in with Hollywood's expectations. Portia de Rossi's career is marked by undeniable dedication and resilience, but it wasn't without its challenges. Despite her successes, her journey was also shaped by several career setbacks. Her roles in various projects didn't always go as planned, and it's likely these disappointments contributed to her eventual decision to step back from Hollywood. Yet, her impact on television remains lasting. One of her most memorable roles was in Arrested Development, a sitcom that, while critically acclaimed, struggled to attract a mainstream audience. Despite not achieving widespread viewership, the show became a cult classic, and Portia's role as Lindsay Bluth continues to be a fan favorite. In 2009, Portia joined the cast of Better Off Ted, a satirical sitcom that offered a unique perspective on corporate life. At the time, many saw it as a promising point in her career, especially coming off her recurring role on Nip Tuck. While the show garnered critical praise and attracted a loyal fan base, it failed to find a broad audience and was canceled after just 1 season. This marked another disappointing end to a project that could have been the next big breakthrough. Portia's Hollywood journey also included several other projects that didn't achieve commercial success. For instance, the series Mr. Sterling, in which she had a role, lasted only 2 months before being canceled after airing just 10 episodes. Her attempts to transition into film were similarly met with mixed results, such as her role in the Australian film The Night We Called It a Day, which failed to achieve widespread recognition. She also appeared in Wes Craven's Cursed, a horror film that received poor reviews and did little to elevate her film career. Additionally, she starred in several made-for-TV movies, but these roles failed to leave a lasting impression. Some of Portia's potential projects never saw the light of day, such as a planned reboot of the classic TV series The Munsters. The show, which had the potential to bring Portia back into the spotlight, was shelved by NBC before it could even air. Despite an intriguing pilot that could have attracted both fans of the original series and new viewers, NBC's decision to cancel the show closed the door on what could have been a major career moment. Portia de Rossi's career, while marked by several high points, has been defined by the unpredictability of the entertainment industry, where even the most promising roles or projects can falter. Today, her decision to step back from the limelight speaks to the challenges and complexities of navigating Hollywood's pressures. Despite this, Portia's legacy in television remains secure, and her journey continues to inspire many in and outside the industry. What could have been a successful project instead marked another major disappointment in Portia de Rossi's career. Had the Munsters reboot aired, it could have provided the much-needed career revival she sought, especially after the cancellation of Better Off Ted. This project had the potential to reintroduce Portia to a broader audience and showcase her talent in a new light. However, with the show's cancellation before it even aired, it added another layer of frustration to her Hollywood journey. Despite these setbacks, Portia continued to demonstrate remarkable resilience and unwavering commitment to her craft. Her contributions to television remain memorable, even if many of her projects didn't fully reach their potential. Cult classics like Arrested Development continue to resonate with fans, and her performances in these shows reflect a unique blend of wit and charisma that has left a lasting impression on audiences. The cumulative effect of these challenges and unfulfilled projects, however, likely played a role in Portia's eventual decision to step away from the industry. Her journey underscores the unpredictable nature of Hollywood, where success can often be fleeting, and even the most talented actors can face significant obstacles. The entertainment industry is filled with high-quality productions that, for various reasons, don't always achieve mainstream success. Portia's experience with shows like Better Off Ted and Arrested Development illustrates this harsh reality. While she excelled in her roles, the commercial success of these projects did not always reflect the critical praise or personal dedication she brought to each part. Her story also highlights the challenges actors face in transitioning between mediums, particularly from television to film. Despite her success in TV, Portia's attempts to make a name for herself in cinema didn't quite pan out. Her roles in the Australian film The Night We Called It a Day and Wes Craven's Curse didn't have the impact she hoped for. These films, though they represented significant opportunities, failed to elevate her film career in the way she anticipated. Nonetheless, Portia's body of work remains significant. Her ability to bring depth and humor to her characters, particularly in comedic roles, made her a standout performer. Her role as Lindsay Bluth in Arrested Development, for example, is considered iconic. Portia's portrayal of the vain yet somehow endearing Lindsay became a defining part of the show's appeal, contributing to its cult following and critical acclaim. Similarly, her portrayal of Veronica Palmer in Better Off Ted, a sharp, morally ambiguous executive in a soulless corporate world, was one of the highlights of the series. While the show didn't attract a massive audience, Portia's performance was widely praised, and the show gained a dedicated fanbase. As Portia's career evolved, she faced the sobering reality that even the best performances don't always guarantee lasting success in Hollywood. Many of her projects, despite their quality, didn't achieve the commercial success she had hoped for. Her struggles with canceled shows, unsuccessful films, and shelved projects all contributed to a career filled with both promise and frustration. Portia's journey reflects the complexities of pursuing a career in entertainment where talent and dedication are not always enough to secure the kind of success one might expect. Yet, her resilience in the face of adversity and her ability to consistently deliver memorable performances are a testament to her dedication to her craft. While the series of setbacks she encountered may have weighed heavily on her decision to step away from the spotlight, her impact on television remains undeniable. Her portrayal of complex, humorous, and occasionally flawed characters has left an indelible mark on the entertainment world. From Arrested Development to Nip Tuck, Portia's characters exude authenticity, a quality that has made her beloved by fans. Whether through her work in cult classics or her later roles in shows like Scandal, Portia has demonstrated a remarkable range, able to shine in both comedic and dramatic roles. Her career, though not without its challenges, continues to be celebrated for the lasting contributions she's made to the art of storytelling in television. Portia's journey also serves as a reminder of the highs and lows of life in Hollywood, a path filled with both exhilarating successes and poignant setbacks. One of the most intriguing what could have been moments was the Munsters reboot, a high-profile project with significant potential. Portia was cast as Lily Munster, a character who, unlike the typical cold vampire persona, exuded warmth and compassion for her family. The show had a promising pilot and was primed for success, but NBC ultimately decided to shelve it. Had it taken off, Portia could have found herself in another beloved role that would have given her renewed visibility in the industry. Unfortunately, many of Portia's projects, despite their clever humor and unique qualities, didn't resonate with a wide enough audience to avoid cancellation. Aside from her iconic role in Arrested Development, her last major television appearance was in 2017, where she guest starred in Santa Clarita Diet as a socially awkward doctor. The show, which followed a suburban couple's transformation into zombie hunters, received critical acclaim, with the initial season earning a 78% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. By its third season, it had a perfect score, but Netflix abruptly canceled it just as the show had hit its peak. This narrative is all too familiar for Portia. Many of her roles, roles, though deserving of more recognition, didn't find their full audience. Her characters are often complex, nuanced, and layered in ways that might take time to fully appreciate, but once audiences do, they're often won over. Portia's authenticity and skill in portraying multifaceted characters have made her a cherished talent, and while she may have stepped away from the industry, her legacy endures. Portia de Rossi has long maintained a preference for privacy, using her celebrity status to advocate for causes close to her heart. She has been open about her struggles with an eating disorder in her memoir Unbearable Lightness, A Story of Loss and Gain, and has been a passionate champion for animal rights. As one of the first openly gay women in Hollywood, Portia became a source of inspiration for many within the LGBTQ community. However, her journey to self-acceptance was not without its challenges. For much of her early career, Portia kept her personal life, including her relationships and sexual orientation, largely private. It wasn't until 2004, when she began dating Ellen DeGeneres, that she publicly acknowledged her sexuality. Portia has been candid about how difficult it was to reconcile her identity in a world that wasn't always accepting, but she made the conscious decision to live openly as a gay woman. At the time, it seemed like her openness had set her on a positive trajectory both professionally and personally. She was thriving in her television career and in a supportive relationship. However, in 2017, an unexpected event cast a shadow over her career. Portia's character, Elizabeth North, met a brutal end on the hit series Scandal, killed in her office with a golf club. The sudden and violent death of her character shocked audiences and stirred speculation. When a beloved character is written out in such an unexpected and intense way, it often leads viewers to wonder if there is more to the story. Was Hollywood preparing to bid farewell to Portia de Rossi for good? The shock factor surrounding Elizabeth North's death was magnified by its brutal nature and the fact that no one saw it coming. Sudden deaths are a staple in drama series, but Portia had only recently been promoted to series regular, making her departure all the more surprising. At the time, it seemed like things were looking up for her character, with Elizabeth becoming an increasingly important part of the show. Portia was only the second series regular to be killed off, adding to the sense of disbelief. In an interview with Scandal creator Shonda Rhimes, Portia revealed that her departure from the show was entirely her own decision. Both Portia and Rhimes spoke highly of one another, with Rhimes a longtime admirer of Portia's work, expressing regret at losing her from the series. Portia explained that while she adored her time on Scandal, she had discovered a new career path that she was eager to pursue. Rhimes was fully supportive of Portia's decision to leave the show and explore new opportunities. After departing Scandal, Portia chose to step away from Hollywood altogether. In interviews, including one on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Portia confirmed that her exit wasn't just from the show but from acting in general. As she approached her mid-40s, she began reflecting on her life and realized she wanted to challenge herself in ways that acting could no longer fulfill. She knew exactly what her career in Hollywood would look like if she continued down that path, and the prospect of repeating the same experiences no longer appealed to her. Portia's quiet exit aligns with her long-held preference for privacy. Although she has been open about certain aspects of her life, she has consistently avoided the spotlight, preferring to keep her personal matters out of the public eye. During her time with Ellen, the couple reflected on Portia's aversion to talk shows and media appearances, acknowledging that Portia believes her personal life belongs to her and only her. While she recognizes the media's relentless pursuit of celebrity stories, Portia has always maintained control over how much she reveals. Even when controversy surrounded her, Portia has managed to keep a level of dignity and silence. For example, she was notably absent when the New York Times gathered key Arrested Development cast members to address allegations of sexual misconduct involving her co-star Jeffrey Tambor. Similarly, Portia remained largely silent when Ellen faced accusations of fostering a toxic workplace environment in 2020. Despite this, Ellen has since acknowledged that Portia was her rock during those challenging times, underscoring the strength of their partnership. Portia's reserved nature also explains why her appearances in Arrested Development Season 5 were sporadic. She once humorously mentioned that creator Mitch Hurwitz had ignored her retirement announcement and included her character, Lindsay Bluth, in the 5th season regardless. Though they had a supportive conversation about her departure, Portia unexpectedly found herself in 5 more episodes. She clarified that Arrested Development was the one exception to her retirement, as it was a show she loved dearly and its cast felt like family. However, her appearances in the 5th season were limited, and some of her scenes were noticeably green-screened, giving them a sense of distance and detachment. Fans quickly picked up on this, noting the distinct sense of separation between Portia and the show's storylines. Portia de Rossi's career is a reflection of her complex and private nature. While she may have stepped away from acting, her impact on television remains undeniable. Her nuanced performances in roles like Lindsay Bluth on Arrested Development and Veronica Palmer on Better Off Ted continue to be celebrated, even as she has distanced herself from the limelight. Through it all, Portia has maintained her integrity, choosing to prioritize her personal life and growth over the demands of the industry. Portia de Rossi developed an unusual habit during her time on Arrested Development, often covering herself with a sheet, which made her appear barely visible in certain scenes. Essentially, she became as far removed from the Hollywood spotlight as possible while still technically appearing on the show. Though her presence in the acting world has dwindled, Portia remains a notable figure, having ventured into the art industry with a fresh and innovative business endeavor. Drawing on her deep appreciation for art, Portia launched General Public, a high-end art printing business and online gallery. This new venture marks a stark contrast to the impulsive career changes and sometimes misguided charitable pursuits that characterized her fictional roles. Unlike her characters, Portia dedicated a significant amount of thought and effort to General Public, even partnering with Fujifilm to develop cutting-edge 3D printing technology, which the business uses to produce high-quality art reproductions. Beyond her entrepreneurial efforts, Portia is deeply committed to philanthropy, particularly in the realm of animal welfare. Her charitable work spans several organizations, including the Best Friends Animal Society and the Gentle Barn. Alongside her wife Ellen DeGeneres, Portia is also involved with the Ellen DeGeneres Wildlife Fund. In 2019, the couple traveled to Rwanda to ceremonially break ground on the Ellen DeGeneres campus of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund, a project close to their hearts. Portia's dedication to wildlife conservation is evident in her lighthearted yet thoughtful advice. If you see a gorilla, she once said with a smile, just don't point at it. In sum, Portia has stayed incredibly busy as she channels her creativity, passion, and entrepreneurial spirit into new ventures beyond the traditional entertainment industry. For those curious about her latest projects and insights into her life, be sure to check out more of the latest videos on our channel. We'll continue to share stories about beloved celebrities, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated.